Okay, first question, Mark. This is in regards to the decision makers, your potential customers. Beyond the ability to meet a project's budget and schedule, what do you think decision makers would say are the 2 or 3 attributes that they most desire a construction management general contracting firm to exhibit?
I believe that would be safety, the safety record of the company, quality,
okay,
and transparency with the contracts and the entire construction team.
Excellent. Second question. What do you feel is the single biggest reason decision makers choose C.G. Schmidt for their shortlist?
I would say our quality.
Okay. Is there anything else that you can think of that they would consider or choose C.G. Schmidt? That's maybe not those top 3: safety, quality, transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something else that maybe is just unique to you guys?
Yeah, I'm really not familiar with other construction firms, but I know that's one thing that when I do talk to owners and clients, which isn't really all that much in my role here at C.G. Schmidt. I handle more of the field people, the problems I have out in the field, so I'm not really in touch with the owners that much unless there's a problem. But from what I've heard from them is that the reason why they keep coming back to us is because of one of the main reasons is the quality of the project, and that we come back years down the road, even if we have to take a look at a building issue. They don't have any problems. So we don't give them any problems. We just take care of the problem. So that kind of quality, and leads into warranty, which is another reason too that we have a 1 year, sometimes a 2 year warranty on buildings, but at C.G. Schmidt here we've gone back as far as 20-some years before and fixed something that was done incorrectly, either by our subcontractor or by our own people. We've taken care of it at absolutely no charge to them. Now, you may say, well, yeah, that's something you should do, but from what I'm hearing from other clients, it doesn't happen that often, or it's a big issue for them to get something fixed on their buildings. Callback is very difficult for the other companies, and I've been told that's something we do very, very well.
Oh, excellent.
Can I answer that question, or did I get off the path there a little bit?
No, not at all, Mark. That was perfect. Thank you. Does that, the quality, the warranty, the follow-up dependability, does that vary by industry segment? So, in other words, do people in the healthcare industry, do they feel the same way as in education and so on?
Yes, that comes from comments from the various different buildings that we build for people, as far as, like you said, healthcare, education, schools. That's comes from all those clients.
Okay, it's a consistent across industries.
Yes,
okay,
that would be accurate.
What about, is it consistent across the size of project, for example, the types of projects where, C.G. Schmidt is really good at that with the large projects, but on the small ones, they're missing a step. Is it consistent across small to large projects?
That's a really good question, but yes, we are consistent with that, because there's often when there's jobs that are really very small. And I think the attitude can be sometimes, I've seen it with both our own guys, that, look, this is a small little job, I'll get to it eventually, and it gets put off. So, there's times when that does happen, but from I handle the warranty myself, so it's very important to myself and my brothers as well, as it was my father, that we take care of everybody, no matter what size project it is. So we're not perfect with it, but we certainly try to make sure we follow up with every little issue, no matter what size the project was.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yes, it is to us.
Well, I think it's important to the clients too, or the owners.
Yeah, well, exactly, because the end result is with them, and that's what we,
Right.
It's much easier to keep a client than to try to find new ones. So, in our opinion, let's try to keep them happy, and we build relationships with these people. So it's just not one building and we don't see them again typically. We have a pretty good callback rate. So we think part of that is because of how we do take care of issues when they do arise. We're not perfect by any means. We're really striving to do better every day, but unfortunately we do have issues, and sometimes it's a subcontractor, but we always follow through and make it right.
Excellent. Mark, you may not have a real good understanding of the Madison market because you're in Milwaukee, correct?
Correct. Yep.
But would you say that holds consistent and true from the Milwaukee office to the Madison office?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
But I do get out to Madison, the jobs too that we are. Every job we have, I am typically on it. Within sometimes twice, 3 times a month. Depends on the job. Depends on the situation too. So I am out in Madison a lot. You are correct. I'm not that familiar with the Madison market as related to Milwaukee, but we are still consistent out there as we are here in Milwaukee.
Excellent. I got one question regarding relationships. What do you think clients would say they most value in the relationship with the people at C.G. Schmidt?
I think it would be caring, that our people all care, and we're consistent with that. We hire that way. We hire those type of people, and we influence them to really develop a relationship with our clients and to keep that relationship, and to show them that we care. We're not just building a building for you. We want to be part of this community. We're building. This is the future. This is making people's lives better. That's all part of it. It might sound a little weird, but that's kind of what we're doing more than just a building for them. But the caring part of our value, I think, is what really what owners would say sets us apart. And that starts at Rick Schmidt down to I shouldn't say down to the laborers, but also includes the laborers out in the field that are building the building as well.
Very good. Thank you. A little bit about value. We understand that C.G. Schmidt, excuse me, we understand that C.G. Schmidt is often perceived as more expensive. Without acknowledgement of the value your firm is committed to providing that is above and beyond the low-cost options. How do you define the value that C.G. Schmidt provides? So in other words, what we're trying to get at here, Mark, is we've been told that some prospects are not considering C.G. Schmidt because C.G. Schmidt, they're too expensive. We can't afford them. But what can we say to them to kind of counteract that in terms of, yeah, we may be a little bit more expensive, but this is what we bring to the table?
Yeah, that's a real tough question for me, anyways, to answer. But to me, I guess the value is the transparency of the project, how our project managers work with the owners, and as I was mentioning before, the quality of our buildings is much higher, in my opinion, and not having the callbacks compared to other contractors. And I think it all kind of goes back to the quality of the building that we produce for our owners, as well as that, I talked earlier about that 1-year, 2-year warranty that we have. It's really goes much farther than that. But I don't know if that necessarily makes us a better value, at least when you're looking at, I know it does, but I'm not sure that they see it that way. And it's often hard to show that, right, up front. This is what we're living kind of on our past projects and our reputation.
Right.
Because I have heard that before, actually, from some of my friends that are